Yo, we're back at it. I had to cut the stream early yesterday because I had stuffy poo to do, man. Unfortunate, unfortunate, unfortunate times. But today, I'm gonna try to beat this case. Should be the last day. This case, shit. Oh shit. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. What yet I received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear! I'm not just imagining it. This picture, that imagery, that reminds me, I guess I should check the evidence again. Well, anyway, let's continue. This scene that has imprinted an image in your mind, can you please describe it to us? The man... Is this something? I don't know, dude. Oops. I'm hungry. Can I look at it? Oh my god. Bruh. Bruh. Did I ever see that before? I've never seen that before, I don't think. This little girl put all her heart into the drawing that picture. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as the prosecutor for the case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold. This is the evidence for the SL9 incident? Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah, what's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew! Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case was ever reached to you. What? What? Mans is stunned and bewildered. Order, order! From the sky, why would you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed to me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, okay. No problem, man. I'll catch you later then. I should be on still in an hour. Should probably still be on. It's possible. Let's see. What the hell, bro? I hate when they have like single letters. Like, how do I say that out loud? Like, bro, come on. Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There's indeed something drawn on the back of my list. Doesn't look like it. I can see the back. Is that? It's that thing. Oh. And we've gone back to being a horror. What? That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this is an act of vandalism. This act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated to court record. Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess that does make sense. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright I could see where, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark was about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation room was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should have still been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why the picture is painted all black? So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. And I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor. Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? You mean you don't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of the bit of trauma under the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture... Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating that we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Ray? No, of course not. I'd better watch out, or he may find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. What? What's the contradiction? Oh. He was stabbed in the back, I guess? Is that? Oops, I pressed L1. What's the contradiction? Is it that he was stabbed in the back, I guess? No! I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
Take that!
No! Is it this one? Take a look at the knife that the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. Okay. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see why is that an objection? Isn't it obvious? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound in the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Yeah, obviously. Ah, what is the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Then how was it found in the body? I'm sorry, but that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence. You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah! Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation was really corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me once again to go over the events that took place on the day of the murder. Sorry about that, y'all. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the Keenan Prosecutor's Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall was chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? Could there have been one? Could there have been one? I don't think Emma's mistaken. She's very sure she's scientific. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, then it can't just be explained by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright, In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Ooh. I don't even know. I don't even know. I actually don't even know. I actually don't even know. I actually don't even know. If anything's broken here, it's you. Fuck, huh? I'm sure this must all be very amusing around you. Fuck you. Sorry, Honor. I don't know. This one, I guess? Oh my god, shut up. The real murder weapon. Okay, well those are the only two weapons. Or the only two things with blood on them. So I guess it has to be something random, I guess. This motherfucker. Fuck. Well, we lost. We lost the whole trial, y'all. We lost the whole trial. We lost. We lost. I hate when I'm brought up with something that should be like, I'm like, dude, whatever it is, it has to be obvious. And then it's not. There's no way I have to restart it from here, bro. Whatever. Jesus H. Christ. I honestly didn't even know. Shut up, right? God damn it. So weird. So weird. Alright, we're close to about where we were. Almost. Alright. Maybe she's just mistaken, y'all. Like, no way. If it's this, there would actually be no way, though. That would be, like, ridiculous as fuck. Fuck you, fucking bitch. If anything spooky you, it's you. Shut your bitch ass up, you fucking bitch. Fuck you. The answer lies in the past, 2 years in the past, right here, inside this picture. This picture of the award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. That's a broken knife! As we were earlier concluded, the knife the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out his knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising the knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you would not be wrong about that. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Who's saying hold it? Wait! I remember now! I remember everything! Witness? Mr. Edgeworth! What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? I knew it! This picture! I'm the one who drew it! What? You drew that? That's right! The list wasn't torn in half the time I drew this picture. Huh? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part deep away inside me, bro. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor. First, the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This could be interesting. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward the both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Stop. Please, don't pursue this any further. Lana, what's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky, we've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain to the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of this matter. On God! No, you didn't! Whatever. I'm just trying to say, bruh, like, no you didn't, bruh. Bro, maybe I should fucking save real quick, bruh. Like, hold up, dude. Let me save real quick so I don't have to restart. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Okay, well, go back. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark? Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. I panicked. I rushed toward the both of them. I think I knocked a man away with the knife. Okay, I'm just interested in this, to be honest. Are you sure about this? Of course, see, I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother, just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with the winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But it's important, what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh? And you suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it that Emma saw when lightning flashed? Who really is this Blue Badger? I guess I know, shit. The Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Okay. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there was indeed something that looked similar to the Blue Badger, indicating that this is now something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright! In this room, very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious Blue Badger lookalike. Okay, I will. But don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, I don't know what it is, actually. I'm just gonna look at all the items that I have, and hopefully one of them looks... I mean... that doesn't really work. Wait! Flipped upside down it might work. Wait. Does that work? Fuck it, dude. This is like the only object in here. Except for the fucking trophy. Maybe the trophy? No, that wouldn't. There's a big ass K in it. Like, come on, bro. The mysterious blue badger is in fact this. But what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't, just as it stands now it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Like that? Oops. Allow me to remind the fence. Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. At least it didn't even make me lose a bar. I actually respect that. Like, geez, I don't know what it, like, I got it kinda right? Am I wrong? Shoot, I don't know. It's like, literally like how I had it, I think. Like, I don't know. Isn't that how I had it before? No! What the hell? Shut up, boy. There. Like that? Oh, okay. There we go. Well, is this a miracle or what? Nah! No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. That's crazy. No, it can't be! Order, order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that the witness saw this jar? What changed now that the witness saw this jar? I don't know. What's the difference now that the witness saw this jar? I mean, isn't the topic that we're talking about the murder weapon, bruh? Like, what do you mean? Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At that very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. Damn, he cooked. I didn't even see that shit. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying that the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Sure, why not? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what reason that was, Mr. Wright? I figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. And in the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? What could have been the impact the man made when he knocked into the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Ah! The suit of armor! He's holding a very sharp, dangerous-looking sword! Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have been Neil Marshall wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. So, no, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this. Dang, this is really fucked up, bro. We're about to push this all on Emma. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. The moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked over was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Damn. She killed him. Then she killed him. Accidentally. Damn! That's bad, that's bad. Or that's not bad, but like, that sucks. Like, I don't want her to... Oh no. Oh no! You mean... Mr. Marshall died because of me? No! Shit! Oh no! I feel bad. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that, coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago, and the reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves that my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it would certainly be difficult to prove with this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touché, Miss Skye. Of course. That only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name may have been left behind. Of course it's in the evidence. Sure it is. Sure, surely we have evidence of that. Yeah. Yeah, sure, surely. Yeah. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? I'm just trying to get down to the facts. Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. on everything I love, bro. I love Edgeworth, bro. I love Edgeworth, bro. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased. Okay, well I need to go over because this is where all the evidence is. This is the ID card record. I don't need all that. It's like, whatever. This. Sure. This is a message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here drawn in blood. So what you're saying is that these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left in him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines detect directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor? I believe this bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. His murderer's name. I don't want to do it. 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 Okay. Like, I thought this was supposed to read Emma. Oh, I don't know, maybe I'm bugging. I got it. I got it. Damn! It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never would have thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. On God. On God! Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Nah, Chief Gant. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not? Ack. Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Bro, you gave him false evidence! This man gave him false evidence and then said that it's his fault that he prosecuted someone to death! Fuck this guy! Not only that, but used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Girl! But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite that, what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. This dude's on dick on God. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, 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 order! Pound your gavel, be. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. To be continued. Hell no, we gotta finish this trial, bro. What do they mean? What do they mean, bro? I need to finish this shit, bro. I don't care about no recess. I don't care about no recess. Hell yeah, say my data. The fuck? I don't care about no recess. February 25th. 10:06. Okay, yeah, shut up. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh. Guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making Detective run around all on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. You must know the true rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the... Okay. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You could at least study some evidence law, really. I really should. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. Him. I guess I'll need to give this a thorough read. Evidence law securely slipped in a pocket. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. Are we sure? Let's look at this. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case trial. All that's left now is Chief Prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, Detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all of these allegations being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all ruined with your forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused the man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal! You're mistaking the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're gonna expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Oh God! Yeah. February 25th, 1252, District Courtroom number 9. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? The Inquiry Committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well... normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but... this isn't easy to say. You see, there's some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses. I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the The prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. It's because we work as a team, bro. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Yes! Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright. You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls... Oh no, I actually have to choose? Well, now I'm stressing out. Oh, to bring out the real murderer. Oh, that's easy. Never mind, bruh. It's easy. Time to bring out the real murderer? Say less. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything? As a defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely person to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. All right, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Mans is confused and bewildered. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. I am so sure. So, you want to play hardball, eh? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SO9 incident. Oh, you mean the time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Son, either you're very brave, or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that the police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal? Weapons? Sure, take my testimony for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well, the witness may now begin its testimony. That's on 9 incident. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Is that when Dark was arrested? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Nemo flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. Oh yeah, we hitting him hard, baby. Oh yeah, we gonna hit him hard, baby. We gonna hit him hard. Oh hell yeah, we gonna hit him hard. I mean shit, you know. Just gonna hold on everything. As I recall, the ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant Lana Skye also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first, so Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky? What's this about, a power outage? Oh, that? The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went into his heart, though. That's not funny. No, it's kind of not. It's actually, like, kind of not funny. Can you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight. It was a shocking sight. Wait, what? It was a shocking sight. What the hell? I cannot speak. Neil and that silly kid were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Yeah, you're right. She had already arranged a crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the perjury. You did, though. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office. That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd be better off staring at the court record. Worthy, always the smooth talker. For which piece of evidence against forgery, Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow, I've got to link into the incident. What about this then? And also this, but we already used that as the frickin' blue badger. So let's present this. How about this, my boy? What about this? If you really had nothing to do with the forgery, then how do you explain this? Well, what's that? And what's that on it? A handprint? Chief Gant, your explanation, please. I don't know. You tell me, son. Huh? My dear Raito, don't you know the second rule of evidence law? Uh-oh, not this again. Evidence law. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that rag relevant to this trial? Huh? It appears the defense was not prepared. I guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence. Well, okay, I'll do it just this once, but only because you asked, Aji. Thank you. I assure you, I'm terribly sorry. What the heck? What the hell? Okay. Oops. Then I'll show you the fucking jar, dude. What do you mean? Oh shit, I pressed L1. Oh my god, you forged evidence, bro. You hid it in your safe, big bro. You hid it in your safe, big bro. You hid it in your safe, though, big bro. You hid it in your safe, though. You hid it in your safe, though. So how can you say you had nothing to do with it? You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. And a piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then. that you were involved in forgery. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can also do so. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. On God! Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Like, what are you about to, like, try to... Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging a crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You understand that I am chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know... Alright, Udgy. In return, though, I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys... telepathic? What do they do? What are they about to do later? Oh God, what are they about to do later, bruh? Like, what do they mean by that, bro? Golly. Alright. I know. See, wouldn't help me out in any way. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one large benefit you've reaped from all this. Oh? I wasn't aware. What's this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh, the resolution of the SO9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is a sufficient motive. Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Gah! Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Aji, would you mind if I changed my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there wasn't anything in it for me? What do you mean? Nothing in it for you. Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? In his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Point out accomplice. True. You might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief. as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? I mean Lana, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong in that assumption? Am I wrong in that assumption? It's Lana, bruh. The fuck? Who else would it be? Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant. I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her out? Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed Chief Prosecutor at the Prosecutor's Office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how could he profit from all this? He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive, to appoint her as Chief Prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Green. I'm afraid without any proof this amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The Chief Prosecutor has been acting strangely throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd better catch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency to accuse Chief of Police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in an easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. We're both in this. There's no turning back for us now. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved with this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Oh no. This is scary. Oh wait. Wait, is it this one? The IDs? Is it the IDs maybe, possibly? It's like this one has his ID on it, but he hasn't shown us his ID yet. Gotta show him this. Gotta show him this. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows us who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was an ID card on the list who couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my ID card number. It is your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. It's a 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7 sevens. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Damn, get cooked, son. Get cooked. Order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was a violation of rights, or whatever the fuck. And I demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? Hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. The trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one more thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. Oh no. How will I do that? Sure. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or, to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filed a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you were in possession of that report, which means you can't be sure he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed it to enter the evidence room that day. He needed it to, yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh! Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him. There's no other way There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the same room. Damn. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him into the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Stupid-ass motherfucker. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. No! What the fuck? Bro turned into a... What the fuck? What the hell was that? Chief Gant, you didn't. You just evolved into an electric-type Pokemon, bruh. That was insane. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime for no one in their right mind. Would you choose police department as a place to commit murder? For real, that's true actually. Why would you do it there? After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Yet, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was a useless clue, just taking up space. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. No fucking way. There is no way. Fellas, there is no way. Well, I see. Maybe I'll use this later to move your dead body, Mr. Wright. Huh? No! No, dude, I thought that was it, bro. It has wheels on it and shit, man. Fudge, man. I really thought that was the one. How do I get it? Oh, yeah, whatever, dude. You're so mean. You're so mean to me. I'll ask you again, Mr. Wright. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief can't use this. Bro, I thought that because I had wheels, he just put... Whatever, dude. I guess that actually doesn't make sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, the body was in... Okay, well, he used Edgeworth's car. Where's Edgeworth's car? Where the fuck is Edgeworth's car, bro? It should be like the first piece of evidence, right? Edgeworth's car. You know what I mean? A useless piece of evidence that was just taking up space. I mean, definitely not this. Like the fuck? Maybe this? No, Essel, I mean... Wait. Evidence from a past... Oh. This is how he moved Detective Guzman's body. What's that? A screwdriver? But what does this have to do with the case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... Ah! I asked to go. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean I. The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Obviously. Detective Guzman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes, unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Facts. Order! What's going on here? There's no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Ms. Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk being taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It was a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe... Your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Rado, but I'm having lunch with the district attorney after this. We have to get going if we're going to make it in time for the early bird special. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks that are to be considered. So you're going to just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damien Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of the body? Do I have any concrete proof? Do I have any concrete proof? Of course I do, bro. Of course I have proof. I can't let him squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor, I do have such evidence. And please hurry up and present it. I remember. Okay. Okay. Detective Goodman, Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman. What proves that? What proves that? What proves that he murdered Goodman? What proves that? What proves that? I don't know. I don't know, dude. What proves he murdered Goodman? All of it! It all does. All of it does. Victim's memo found in the contract. Sure. So, what exactly is this evidence? It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge. But I am the judge. Oh, right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor? What I think, Mr. Wright, is I'm going to be late for lunch. What? I guess it wasn't enough. Please, Your Honor, give me just a little longer to consider. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damien is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate accusations against him without proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant... Wait, what? Do I have any concrete proof? Wait, why do I even have this option again? Was it the wrong... Did I choose the wrong one? Okay, whatever, bro. I don't have proof, bro. No use showing evidence I'm not sure of myself. No, Your Honor, at present, I have no conclusive evidence. COG? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Udgy, I'll leave the rest to you. What? Wait, did I just fumble? Did I fumble? I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to the senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. What? Oh, thank God. Thank you, bruh. Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth. Another witness. The absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method is proof of his testimony. But Chief Gant invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone, right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling the witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth. Oh, but we can't stop just now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth Lana. Or her. Lana, I guess, bro. Just take Lana, bro. I don't want to talk to her again. Lana's voice is easier. The defendant, Miss Lana Skye? She was underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Thank you. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in recess. Hold on! Huh? Chief Gant, I thought you were going to go eat. Listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. Bro! He's literally threatening her in front of the court, bro! That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. No, she won't! It was an accident! Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then, I've got lunch date to meet. No, dude, no. 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 No! What was that? What the hell was that, bro? That was ridiculous, bro. This court is now in recess. That was ridiculous. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That was insanely illegal. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe. I'm not detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry, I've decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is he? He always gets the upper hand. It's not fair. He has the right to refuse to testify. Well, settle down, right? Remember what the judge said? But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Risks? What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything? Wait, what? To say anything. Emma, you're okay. Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she's heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man, and she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders, she must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you won't blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now, I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, right? It's time to end this. It truly is time to end this, y'all. Yeah, sure. Sure, yeah, sure. 2:21 p.m. District Court, room number 9. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand? Miss Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all I've done the past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with the Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Gant and the fabrication. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I arranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Yarna, I'm confessing to a capital offense, of course I'm sure. But Lana! If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alright, bro. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth behind this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found the Prosecutor Marshall's body, I arranged the crime scene. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us exactly when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor word knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? The prosecutor marshal died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's knife. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change the statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall was wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me. So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip of the dark knives and planted inside the wound, then moved the body. Then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. Why did you do that? Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I thought the most effective way to get him convicted would be having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound? Yes. Besides, I hated Dark for what he did. You rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Are you so desperate to hide that fact, you're willing to risk the death sentence? She's lying! She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying! Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Inside the wound, and then move the body. I knew the tip of the wound found in his body would be all the proof we needed. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that would make... What might find the knife from dark. To become convicted would be having the tip of the knife found inside the victim's body, so you buried it inside the stab wound. I hated Dark for what he did. Huh. So... okay. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me so much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, right? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And... yeah, okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Oh, wait. Oh, when I found the rescue body. Dude, where was that option I had? I broke off the dark knight. I thought it was here. Am I bugging? Is this what I just saw? Damn it. Okay, whatever. What? What is going on? Then move the body. Oh, it was this one. Oh, why did you move the body? It was where you deduced earlier by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain it in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. Pieces of the jar were shattered during the events running with me. The pieces of the jar, you mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that the Dark had committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. So if you look at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there's more to it than that. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. The pieces of the jar were shattered during the events that threatened my plan. Oh, I guess they couldn't have been shattered or something? I mean... Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention the significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction is in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, the pieces of the jar that shattered during the events that threatened my plan. That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's simple oversight, really. You see, the message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction leads. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must have not yet been broken before he died. Ah. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Order, order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and this bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well, the witness may now continue their testimony. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? It wasn't Chief Prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. I don't know why I skipped through all that. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. Yeah, that's true. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. Well, you didn't get every last piece. You didn't get them all. What about... What? We found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? I knew it! She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was... still blood on it. But the witness has testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, You were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. True. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for one to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Yeah? Oh, that. Hey, what's up with you? Just like make food. I think you're just hungry. 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 You're probably just hungry. You look a little hungry. You look a little hungry, I guess. No. How's his? How's his? What about his?
Oh, he has this strong. Oh.
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying that this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, oops, I accidentally skipped that. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No! Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet. No, I did that on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. I don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. What? What do you mean by that? What does bro mean by that? Wait a minute. Like, what does bro mean by that, bro? Fuck you. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana may be right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if the evidence is fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. Thus I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Kent help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You are the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Hey, there's a picture in here. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the scene like this. Because I contracted criminal affairs only after I rearranged everything. Picture inserted to the court record. Ah, Mr. Wright! The piece cut out from his vest. Could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so fire. That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with this cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flesh out the real murderer. Very well, the defense may now begin his cross-examination. Oh my god. When I arrived, I found... Nah! Come now, Ajit. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant! What? Now you want me to make me out as the bad guy, too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. You fucking clown! This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of a noose tightening around your own neck. Oh my god, Edgeworth is a fucking savage! Oh my god! Oh my god, Edgeworth is a savage. Ah, so what, you think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't, but someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is that true, Mr. Wright? If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as a murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? The one who shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Should I show it? I mean, does it... Hold on. Because he's talking about the cloth. Okay, let's check this shit. What if there's a handprint on the back? Maybe some blood. Or maybe some blood. Damn. There might be some blood. I don't know. Whatever. I guess I should probably just show the evidence, right? Like, am I bugging? I mean, we have the evidence. You have to show it, right? Alright. Prince be the chiefs. Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually killed Prosecutor Marshall. Okay. Oh! Who killed him? Bruh. Bruh. Whose are they? I chose the wrong answer, didn't I? They're Miss Guys. They're mine. Really did it? Fuck. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that? But... Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. Fuck. You shouldn't have presented that. Yeah. I know I shouldn't have presented that. My bad, bro. What? Lana alone was found guilty on all counts? Oh my god. How did that even happen? How did we get to that point? Dude, there's actually so much I have to do. I think. Dude, I just went back so far. Why is this actually genuinely hard? Fuck. Hitting me with these fakes and shit. Dude! Dude! This is so dumb. Oh my god, I went so far back. It's okay. I went so far back. I went so far back. Ew. Dude, this is actually kind of funny because I'm thinking about the answer I chose. Like, I'm not even paying attention to this really. But like, dude, literally, he's like, if you're wrong, like if you're withholding information, like we're gonna bring you before the Board of Inquiries. Like, you can't be withholding information on who pushed the man into the fucking statue if you have it. Like, you can't just withhold that. And then I'm like, okay, well, I want to be a good lawyer and all, so I guess I'll follow the rules or whatever. Like, bruh. Like, bruh. Like, bruh. What was it? Was it just this? This guy, whatever. Dude, we're just yelling objection at the fucking judge, bro. The judge is like, whoa, 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 what? Me and Edward just harassing the judge, low-key. Dude, I don't care. Yo, nice. You sure? I'm skipping through this, and I'll tell you why when I get to the part. Okay, I low-key failed. I failed, bro. I failed. Whatever. I failed. I'll say it. I failed. It's okay, though. Ugh. I made an oopsie. I did the dump. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oops! Holy crap, holy. Wow. Wowzers, Bowsers. It's a dead guy. Oh my god, the cloth is cut out with the handprint on it that has Emma's fucking fingerprints on it. Why are my lips purple? You don't even know, girl. Shit, crazy. Dang it, dude, this is crazy. When I arrived, I found this Marshall's body impaled on the stairs. Nah. Okay, bro, whatever. I mean, this upcoming decision is where I failed, bro. Instantly lost. Man's just talking about evidence, like, shut up! Okay, something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one hearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Bro. Cause it's like... Okay, whatever, dude. Fuck it. Fuck it, dude. We can't show it, bro. Whatever. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie? Chief Kent. You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. the conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like a part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? Like, wait. Like, he's not allowed to testify right now, though. Like, he forfeited that. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her? I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for what I ate. For my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean the items in your safe. But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all that evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth. Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, right? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth to cut off the victim's vest. You cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I don't want to have to do all that, being police chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then, before it was too late. I bet, Obi-Wan. You're showing up to this case. Hopefully this shit is about to end, bro. I think that I'm about to get this guy. But the moment has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. What if I just don't show it again? What if I just don't show the evidence again? Last time I showed the evidence, it ended the... Wait. I need to save my game. Oh my god. Okay. Now I can do whatever I want. Now I can do whatever I want. Let's go. Okay. Well, I'm gonna show the evidence. Hopefully it doesn't lead to a fucking guilty verdict, bro. I'd gotta kill myself. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who really murdered Prosecutor Marshall. I wouldn't say this is conclusive evidence on who murdered him. Like, that's not even true. Like, he could have fabricated this. Or maybe not. I don't know. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the vest, this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes. At least you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged? It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. What? That sucks. Ho ho ho. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Ruben. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... It's Emma Sky. I'm sorry, Emma. I gotta expose you. Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know why he didn't tell you. Oh, you're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along. Yet you tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! In the sky! You knew those fingerprints were those whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha, but I'm afraid it's over, my boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cack out your tongue. Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, this piece of evidence contradicts this cloth. What am I about to pull out, bro? I mean, is it the picture? Gotta be the picture. Oops. It has to be the picture, but how does that even make sense? I mean, it has to be this, bro. I'm just gonna let Phoenix cook. And then what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured out of his mouth. Oh, that piece of cloth! It has no blood on it. Wait! There's no blood on it! Ah! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armored sword? Then, to make it look like Emma were responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person needed to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that then broke that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! Nah. It's finally all over. Nah, don't let Phoenix cook, bro. Dude! That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean, refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is still illegal evidence. Order. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Aji? Earlier, Righto here concealed that piece of cloth. Whatever. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair! Did you really think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? Yeah. It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? That I purposefully and illegally, concealed this piece of cloth. The illegal part is kind of scared me. I did not. I would never purposely do that. Never in a million. Okay, let's save my game. Let's save the game again. Let's save the game. Because we're about to lie straight to this guy's face. I would never do that. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No. No, it isn't, Mr. Grant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe... There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this piece of evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. I mean, it has to be this, right? Fellas? Are we pulling out the book? Sir, the evidence handbook. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Dude, I didn't even need to choose which one. Phoenix, you're cooking for me. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. Whatever. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. I ain't gonna lie. Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall, when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. Nah! You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out the victim's vest. Oh, yes. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before the prosecutor marshal in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've gotta help me. Detective Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then, all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can't you just reopen the investigation, Chief? Can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. Damn, Goodman. Damn, good man. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, the accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible for you to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Grr. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she has much to lose, as I did, of the truth coming out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator than a crimes committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Damn. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji? What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry to you, Damon Can. Oh God, like I said that in my own voice, bro. I'm sorry to you, Damon Can. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew you as long as you used to be long ago. What the fuck? What the fuck? As you used to be long ago. I met you as you used to be long ago. Okay, whatever. You were once a fine investigator, and now you're an example. Okay, bro, I didn't even read that. I'm stupid, bro. I'm sorry, guys. I'm fumbling now. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Aji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now we have Raito here, and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of new beginnings. Damn, that's crazy. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you might just make it to the top. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth and I are the GOAT, bro. The dream team, the dynamic duo, the Justice Fighters, bro. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past 3 days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Damn. Facts. Fuck that dude Gant, bro. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Give it to me, bruh. Give it to me, bruh. Give it to me, bruh. That is all. This court is adjourned. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. Damn, she's back to herself or something? You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. I hope I'm not interrupted anything, pals. Lana is so bad. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Lana is so bad. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Ian to help me cover up the truth, though I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me! No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. What the fuck? Oh, that's cute. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And that is from there, and it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Damn, Phoenix is spitting. The insight facts. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. It's so funny because, like, obviously only one person takes up a panel at a time. So where was he hiding? Off screen, bruh. I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. Oh God, thank you! It's too late for me. Dude, it's so bad, bro. Like, they were really trying to say that it's his fault that he got people, like, sentenced. Like, that he got them guilty on false evidence when he was given false evidence by these freaking corrupt-ass cops. I'm like, no, it's not Edgeworth's fault. Like, that makes no sense. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me were the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go at it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Damn. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. We were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this? A pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence. Huh, okay. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Something that we wouldn't have been able to find, like, okay. Something that we needed to work together to find out. Say less. I mean, shit. Let me think. Dude, there actually at the end of every single, like, at the end of, like, every single of these trials, it has, like, you have to choose a piece of evidence, and whatever, I've chosen the wrong one before, basically, and they're like, bro, that was wrong, like, you're an idiot, or whatever, and I'm like, dude, what? But yeah. Oh! Dude, half of this evidence list was I had, and half of this he had. This is literally us two coming together in evidence form. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth! If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Wow, I just burped into... Wow, that was wild. I'm sorry. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can't let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. Damn, bro, what the heck is Edgeworth about to be doing in the next game? I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn, and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation! Like, Edgeworth is literally about to be on his, like... He's, like, literally starting a new arc. I wish I was Edgeworth, bro. Edgeworth seems like the GOAT, bro. He seems goated. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Bruh. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Oh, yeah, for sure. But have wonderful lives. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. That's what I'm saying! A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go checking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Right here is the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? What? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Right, you're the best! Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you go all pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Oh, shit. I arranged for a friend of mine, and oh, shit. You guys gotta read that yourself. It's auto going. Oh man. Hey. Yo, they're about to be the dream team, bro. They're about to be better than me and Mayo. They're about to be better than me and Mayo and God. They're about to be the GOATs. Dude. Yeah, they're about to be the GOATs. Goner for a moment there. They were looking around there. What? Oh my god. Truly. That shit was fun though. I mean, this is the Ace Attorney trilogy, and I only played one game, so I still have 2 more games to play. I think I'm probably gonna take a break though. Come back to it later. For the 2 games. I got like so many games I need to stream that like... Coming back to Ace Attorney seems like the play after like I finish a few more games. Ugh. Bruh. Bruh. Get this dude off my... Okay, that was worth it. Get that dude off my screen though. I do not need to see that dude, bruh. That's funny. Right way lunch? That's funny. That's funny. Not to eat it backwards. Oh no. That's funny. Better not eat it backwards, bro. If you eat it backwards, it's not the right way. The right way. Bruh. Dude, this dude is freaking dementia. Get him off the fucking. Get him off the goddamn seat. What the hell? This dude should not be judging my trials, man. This dude needs to get his ass in Congress. Dude, Maya. Oh shit, she gotta leave. Bye. Oh my god, dude. I love that she calls me Nick. I love that she calls Phoenix Nick because that's my fucking name. Dude. That's my real partner right there. Like, that's my... Not like... Wait, what? Hold up. She's like probably 16 or something. That's my like case partner. Yeah, like on lawyer partner? Shit. Whatever, bro. Bruh. Oh my god. Dude, he's gone somewhere. Dude, he's literally... Dude, he's training in martial arts right now. What is going on with Edgeworth, bro? What's he doing? Dude, I'm actually excited for the next game now. Dude, because I'm interested in Edgeworth. Now I want to play the next game. God dang it. Thanks for coming to see me off. Going to Europe? Aw. You're leaving Lana? Aw. Oh, I don't need to see this. Bruh. Oh. That was mad cute. That was mad cute, y'all. W Capcom, bro. Where would this... Will this just send me back to, like... Damn, that's crazy. Wait, how do I go back to the menu? No! Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Alright. Next time we're on Ace Attorney, we're gonna be playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. You already know, baby. You already know, baby. She's about to be peak! She's about to be peak! Should we see, like, a... Should I, like... Whatever. Let's... The Lost Turnabout. Should we get a sneak peek? Fuck it. Let's just see the intro. Let's just see the intro, you know what I'm saying? How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Oh fuck, it's the judge. What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. No way Phoenix dies. Ouch, my head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in here? Alright, bro. That's enough of a sneak peek. Holy crap, that was a weird intro to a freaking game. What the hell? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, bro. Honestly, so peak. It's insane how peak that was. 10 out of 10. Insane game. I might. It's a hard game, man. A lot of brain power, a lot of talking for me. More talking than any other game. Because I read everything, but shit. It's fun. It's fun. I might start up another stream, but I have to stop this stream to start up. So I'm just gonna stop it. I'm gonna use the bathroom quick. And I think I'm gonna play Blasphemous 2. I think I'm gonna play Blasphemous 2, bruh. Alright. If you're still on, I'll probably be back on in like 5 minutes. See ya. Have a nice night.